Good evening. We're in Studio 6B. It's April 4th, 2025, Friday. It's my pleasure and honor to be speaking with the humble hero from World War II, Mr. John J. Jeckovich. How are you feeling today, Mr.
Very
Jeckovich?
good, very good.
You're looking well.
Thank you.
I heard your great-granddaughter spent a lot of time with you today.
Yeah.
Did she keep you amused?
Yeah.
What kind of things did you two do?
Yeah.
What kind of things did you two do?
Uh,
Huh?
I'm gonna call Zach.
If not, get hold of the other one.
What other one?
Holly.
Oh, okay.
So you guys had a nice day?
yeah.
Did you have a nice dinner?
Yeah, we had a nice dinner. No, she left early. She left early.
She left at 7.
Huh?
She left at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty late. So you're looking well.
All right, thank you.
You're looking very well, in fact. Mr. Jeckovich was from Company H, the 2nd Battalion of the 291st Regiment of the 75th Infantry Division of the U.S. Army during World War II. Mr. Jeckovich believes in the motto, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift, right?
Right.
Today's a gift. Now listen, boys and girls, it's a short dance around the sun. So enjoy every day. In Mr. Jeckovich's words, which I highly believe him, he said he felt like at one time he was 20, you blinked your eye and you're 100, right?
Right.
It went by that fast.
Faster than I
So what would you tell young people who think that it'll go forever, it'll be a long time?
No,
Tell them how fast
Think
it goes.
about it.
Huh?
Think about it.
Yeah, it goes fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mr. Jeckovich was born in the year of 1925. Now we're in 2025, and Mr. Jeckovich is knocking on the door of 100. Hear that knock? Knocking on that door, Mr. Jeckovich,
Yeah.
100, right? Wow. During World War II, Mr. Jeckovich was in a combat division. And what kind of weapons did you use?
I used them all. I was qualified for them all of them. Carbine, pistol, M1, machine gun, flamethrower,
Heavy-duty machine gun.
heavy duty, yeah. Water cooled.
Water cooled. It took a whole squad, basically,
Yeah.
to carry it around.
Yeah.
Once, let's say, for example, you busted out 1,000 rounds with your squad. What did you do then? Did you get up immediately and move?
Yeah, you couldn't stay in one position long because they had you zeroed in. You
So-
shoot maybe 2 or 3 rounds and take off.
Yeah. And tell us about that water cooled. What's that all about?
Water cool that's how it cools. When you fire that machine gun, it gets hot.
The barrel.
Yeah.
So what happens if you blew off 1,000 rounds and you grabbed that barrel? What would happen?
You can burn your fingers.
Have you seen that happen?
Yeah.
How bad?
Right down to the bone.
Wow. In the Battle of Bulge, it was the coldest winter of record. Some cases 30 and 40 below wind chill. How did you keep the water from freezing?
Antifreeze.
Okay. Because it had to be water cooled at all time.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Wow. That's absolutely amazing. Well, I start reading your book, but as you know, every day I showed you yesterday all the hundreds of texts that come through. And they always ask you, but we always should answer them so they'll know. The big question is, Mr. Jeckovich, where do I buy your book and how much?
You can't buy it.
Okay. Yes, and that's a good, honest answer. It's never been for sale, nor ever will be for sale. That book, how many pages?
849 pages.
That long book was written for one reason and one reason only. Not about making money. Mr. Jeckovich has plenty of money, so we're not talking about that. Never make money off the book. It's about giving the earlier generations and generations to come a roadmap on how to live a simpler and happy life, right?
Right, that's right.
Simpler and happy life. Mr. Jekovich's mind is like a library. He's had all types of businesses, in the war, into the combat, laundromat, snow plowing, construction, you name it, he's did it. And when his father died at 43, a legal immigrant from Russia, his father was working 3 jobs, trying to give his kids a better life. He died of a massive heart attack at 43. And then from that point on, Mr. Jeckovich started taking care of his mother, right?
Right.
To when she left at 89. Things were a lot different back then. There was no welfare or social security.
Yeah.
You paid your way. In fact, I don't even think the people back then, if they were offered those goodies, they wouldn't accept them anyways. They wouldn't accept them anyways. So you were a young kid when your father passed away. How did you get notified of your father's death?
Well, he come knocking on the door at 8 o'clock, said his father got hurt, we're taking him down to the hospital.
Who came knocking?
Police.
Police. Did you get in the front or back seat?
Back seat.
And then where'd they take you?
Down to the hospital.
Did they escort you in?
No, they just dropped me off, they went in.
And then you went in by yourself. And then what was the next thing you viewed?
They asked me where my father was, they said, we'll escort you down.
And you thought you're going up.
I thought I was going up, I was going down.
You thought you're going up because you might have hurt an ankle or
Yeah,
needed stitches. But you went down. Where was going down?
going down to the morgue.
Yeah. And when you got down to the morgue, what did they ask you?
Am I his son? I said, yes.
And then what else they tell you to do?
Go through his pockets.
Wow. And what exactly did you find is in his pockets?
Found the prints out of a can of tobacco and the papers that makes them with, keys to the house, and what was the other thing?
Change? Change.
A what?
Change. Money. Change.
Change. Oh, it had some coins, yeah.
Was your father's eyes closed?
Clothes.
Yeah. Did he have much cement on
No,
him?
I had spot here, some of
Yeah,
his
'cause he
face.
was making
He didn't have a
some-
lot, no.
Yeah. So there's where the book begins, right there. Their mother's son. From that point on, Mr. Jeckovich took care of his mother until she died at 89 years old. And that's why the book is titled Their Mother's Sons. And he made many sacrifices to take care of his mother. And one of the sacrifices was this. Did you enlist or wait to get drafted?
I was right till drafted.
And why was that?
Because I wanted to stay as long as I could with my mother.
Uh-huh. So Mr. Jeckovich didn't enlist like his other brothers. One of his brothers enlisted, and he got a real cushy job. He never left the States. He taught people how to drive Jeeps, right?
Yeah, isn't that something?
Was he an excellent driver or something?
No, he wasn't.
What was his driving record?
Yeah, well, he hit a fire hydrant.
Yeah. See, this is the example I'm trying to show. When Mr. Jeckovich waited to get drafted, so he has longer time to take care of his mother, you're not going to get that type of job. 9 times out of 10, you're going to go to the front line, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to go to the front line. And then during the war, Mr. Jeckovich was shot up by a sniper, beat up, stabbed,
Lost a hip.
lost a hip, bombed. That same dirty bomb that was filled with razors and tools and bolts took off his buddy's head next to him, Donald Lape. Only thing left was Donald Lape's glasses were hanging from one ear. Mr. Jeckovich removed the glasses, closed his eyes, took one dog tag and wrote a beautiful flowing letter to Donald Lape's mother and father. But that same bomb hit Mr. Jeckovich, and to this very day, over 80 years later, he still has part of that bomb, shrapnel, in his leg. What happens when you try to go through an airport metal detector?
Buzzer is off.
You go
I
alarm to go.
give it a slip. I got a slip.
Yeah,
A note.
yeah. Wow. On a happier note, today is the 4th week of Advent, And Mr. Jeckovich always shares a funny story with us. And this is not only a funny story, it's a true story. And this story here is titled, Winter, Winter Fish Dinner. Because all of us Catholics, we can't eat meat on Friday. So over the 100 years or so, it's always fish on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Did you and your mother go out to fish fries?
Oh yeah, we went to that Polish place on McKenna, yeah.
Were they really good?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about the Polish snook? Did they have fish?
Polish snook was good too, yeah.
And ironically, didn't you have your mother's funeral reception at the Polish snook?
Say again?
Ironically enough, didn't you have your mother's funeral reception at the Polish snook?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And didn't one of your brothers have their wedding receptions at the Polish?
Oh yeah, yeah.
The Polish Snook is on East Falls Street in Niagara Falls, New York. And it's been there probably 100 years, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
It watched the area go from a beautiful area to a crime-ridden area to a ghetto.
Yeah.
And now the Polish Snook, did you get all of them?
Yeah, he's fine.
The Polish Snook is about the only building left standing.
Yeah, yeah. That place is a dope now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Do they serve brains there?
Say, boy.
Did the Polish Snook serve brains?
Brains?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they did, yeah.
How about kishka?
Yeah, they had that too, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, was that a favorite dish of yours, kishka?
Yeah, yeah.
How about pigs in a blanket?
Yeah, it was good too, yeah.
Wow.
My mother used to make pickles in the blanket. Well, she taught my wife how to do them.
And how did Delphine, your wife, do them? Good?
Well, the same way, yeah. Well, she didn't know how to cook, but I told my mother to get her over, teach her how to cook, Mom. She's killing me.
Okay, let me understand this. You married your wife, and she had no cooking skills.
No.
And you told your mother, please help me because she's killing me.
Yeah.
What was wrong with her food? What was it tasting like?
When she was cooking it,
Yeah.
well, she put it together, but there was no taste to it or nothing.
It was really bland.
Yeah,
And so how many months or weeks or years did it take your mother to teach Delphine, your wife, to cook?
Oh, 2 or 3 weeks, and that was it.
And then she was good.
Yeah, she's cooking for weddings and Christmas and holidays.
What did your mother say when you said, teach her to cook, she's killing me? Did she get a laugh out of it or
Oh,
not?
yeah, she did, yeah.
She did. Wow.
But her and my mother got along real good at Delphine.
There were two peas in a pod.
Yeah,
Delphine lived upstairs, your mother lived downstairs, and right to the bitter end of the last day of your mother's life, Delphine was there.
yeah.
And it was especially wonderful when you taught Delphine how to drive, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then what happened?
Well, she couldn't shift. We had the Volkswagen, she had to use the clutch. She had a hard time getting there, used the clutch.
She was grinding them out?
She drove it after a while, after you got in the gears for a while.
Okay. Now we fast forward a few weeks, she knows how to drive, she gets your license, then where did Delphine and your mother go, all over?
My mother grabbed her hole and took her all over because now Delphine's driving.
That was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So your mother's idea of being lonely was not lonely anymore.
No, she had the best thing ever.
She had Delphine there all the time.
Yeah.
But sometimes your mother got funny and she would didn't like what was said or something, then she would stay downstairs and lock the door, right?
Yeah, well, I go down, knock on the door, she opened it up and says, come on, have a cup of coffee.
So she had quick forgiveness.
Oh, yeah, he had a quick temper, but
Yeah, but she
forgave me.
forgave easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. John J. What's the J stand for?
Jeckovich, John Joseph.
Who had John? Was that your mother's brother named John, Johnny?
No, my other brother's Uncle Andy.
Yeah, but where'd you get the name John Joseph from?
I got John Joseph Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah.
So you're J.
Yeah, 4 J's, yeah.
Holy hell. Boy. J.
Yeah.
But your mother's brother was named John, right?
Yeah.
Is that how she named you after?
No, I mean, I was hooked up with Uncle Andy. I didn't know Uncle Johnny too much.
I thought you said you two worked together, Uncle Johnny at Kimberly Clark.
Well, he worked in the other mill.
Oh, But Andy, your Uncle Andy, was a super
Yeah.
nice guy. And he had great
I worked
talent.
with him. I worked with him after school and everything. Yeah.
Third grade education.
Yeah.
And he was the head man at
Smart guy.
Croydon.
Yeah. He make up blueprints, isometric drawings, and everything. And of course, there was a headed at him.
So without him, Croydon's
Yeah.
would be
Of course, he just go shoot his mouth off.
Wow. That's amazing. And your father's name was Marion.
Marion.
Your sister later named her daughter Marion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mario, and my father called himself, and the sister called her Mayin.
Yeah. Boy, you got a great memory. I don't know how you remember all this stuff. Wow. Wow. Well, let me read briefly what we talk about the fish dinners today. It's this restaurant here, everyone's been into at least once, so it's going to hit home really nice. And Mr. Jeckovich calls it Winter, Winter Fish Dinner. In the early 1960s, the owner of McDonald's in Cincinnati, Ohio, had a big problem. Lou Groen was the restaurant, whose restaurant was in a Catholic neighborhood, noticed that the sales dropped every Friday because of his customers don't eat meat that day. His solution was serve fish sandwiches.
13
Okay,
minutes.
let's see how that goes. After trying different kinds of fish, he found that a breaded cod patty worked best.
Yeah.
You had many of those fish sandwiches.
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah.
Are they good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He added American cheese and tartar sauce and put it on a steamed bun. You probably had those sandwiches 60 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone has one. But let's keep on going. Confident in his new sandwich, Groen convinced executives at McDonald's to test it out. Test it out. Meanwhile, back then the founder was alive, Ray Kroc, had his own idea. Ray Kroc, the so-called founder, but he really wasn't the founder, the McDonald's brother in California, he sneakily took their name and their concept, but that's another story. But Ray Kroc, the founder, thought the fish sandwich wouldn't be a good idea, but Ray Kroc says introduce a hula, like hula hoop?
Yeah.
Hula burger. And that's consistent of, what would you think of this? Now listen, Mr. Jeckovich. Ray Kroc's idea for not eating meat on Friday was a hula burger. It consisted of a slice of pineapple with cheese on a bun. You wouldn't like that, would you?
No.
I wouldn't either. Okay, so now Ray Kroc, which is a great big ego, he decided to sell both sandwiches on a Friday and see which one came up on the top. The fish sandwich was a clear winner by the margin of 350 for the fish, 6 for the hula burger.
Yeah.
In 1965, a long ass time ago, in 1965, McDonald's executives added a filet of fish to the menus nationwide. It was the first item added to the original menu and quickly became popular with the customers, especially during Lent,
Yeah.
right now. By some estimates, this is a good point, it made McDonald's a lot of money. By some estimates, McDonald's currently sells about 300 million fish sandwiches a year.
Boy.
Could you imagine, Mr. Jeckovich? One idea, and it took off.
Yeah.
A lot of people have ideas, but they never implement them. A lot of people have dreams, and they never follow through with them. If you have a dream, follow through. Otherwise, if you work for somebody, only thing you're doing is make the owner of that business's dream come true, not you.
Yeah.
So work for yourself to make your dreams come true, not somebody else that'll long forget you.
Yeah.
Will long forget you. So that's what the book is about. The book is about making life easier for others, right?
Yeah.
And by all the text messages and comments we get, I think it's working. I think it's working. Some other notes Mr. Jeckovich has. It's very interesting. These are notes for grandchildren and great-grandchildren. I really like, this is notes for grandchildren and great-grandchildren. I really like for them to know about hand-me-down clothes and homemade ice cream and leftover meatloaf sandwiches. I really would. I hope you learn humility by being humiliated. Good point. And that you learn honesty by being cheated. I hope you learn to make your own bed and mow the lawn and wash the car. How would you make your beds during the service? What was that all about?
No, it was a wool blanket on top, and you pulled it up really tight underneath the mattress. For the time that when you guys as tight as you they come down, they dropped the corner, but the corner went up a little bit, but it was real tight.
Did the rest of your life you made your bed like that?
Yeah.
You never change, right?
No.
Okay, that's an interesting point, Mr. Jeckovich. Let's see. I hope you learn to make your own bed and mow the lawn and wash your car. And this is another important part. Parents, don't ruin this kid. And I really hope no one gives you a brand new car when you turn 16. It'll be good if at least one time you see puppies born and your old dog put to sleep. I hope you get a black eye. In fact, I hope you get 2 black eyes for fighting for something you believe in. You gotta fight for something you believe in. To fight is to be right. Wars have been around for thousands of years, beginning of time, and wars will be around for 1,000 more. So you better damn well be tough. When you want to see a movie and your little brother wants to tag along, I hope you let him. I hope you have to walk uphill to school with your friends, but you live in a safe town to do it safely. Tell us about your walking experience to the 2 high schools you went to simultaneously.
I went to transfer vocational in the morning, and afternoon, after lunch, I went to high school.
So from 3063 Orleans Avenue to Trot, how many miles?
From my house
To Trot.
to Trot was about 2 miles.
How many miles from Trot Vocational High School to Niagara Falls High School?
1.5 miles.
And then from your high school back to 3063 Orleans?
Yeah.
How many is that? From Niagara Falls High School to your house at
It's
36?
about 3 miles.
So that was your day.
Yeah.
Did your mother or father ever drive you?
No. My father and mother didn't drive.
But they had a car.
Yeah, well, they didn't use that car till Stevie came in.
They had a beautiful car. What was it?
It was a Packard.
Yeah. If anyone would Google this, they could see a 1930 or 40 Packard. It's got a big hood ornament on it. And it's called the Goddess of Speed. But everyone that looks at it, they see like a Frisbee on the front. So many times they named it a Frisbee hood ornament. But it's very easy to see. It's a wonderful hood ornament. It's a great big lady with her arms extended holding a disc. And that's called the Goddess of Speed. The Packard was made in the United States. It's one hell of a car. There's still many Packards out there today.
Yeah.
Packard was the first car that came with a straight 8 stainless steel motor. They came out first, and then Cadillac later followed.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you ever drive the Packard?
Yeah.
Did your brothers drive the Packard?
He drove it when he got from school, yeah. He drove it back and forth to school all the time.
So tell me, that beautiful 4-door Packard, suicide doors, black, the Goddess Speed hood ornament, mohair interior, stainless steel dash, big white wall tires, burns you get about 4 miles per gallon.
Yeah.
What finally happened to it?
Well, I guess they sold it after a while.
They sold it?
Yeah.
You don't know when though, right?
No. I was part of the service then.
Yeah. Wouldn't you love to see that car today?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's see where we are. When you want to see a movie with your brother, who wants to tag along, I hope you let him. I hope you have to walk uphill to school with your friends and that you live in a safe town to do so. On a rainy day, when you have to catch a ride from mom, I hope you don't ask your mom to drop you off 2 blocks away from the school.
Well, who's driving me?
No one driving you.
Oh, no, my mother would drive. You said that they drop me off.
So when she's dropping you off from the school, you won't look uncool. This is going to your grandkids by having your mom take you. So you walked,
Yeah,
and you worked at Kimberly-Clark for 35 years. How'd you get there?
walked,
Winter,
walked,
rainstorms.
walked.
So you're telling me that the rubber on your car or truck tires never touched that Kimberly-Clark parking lot? That's amazing. No wonder why you're in such damn good shape, and you jogged for 80 years on top of it. Mr. Jeckovich also says he's got 2 doctors, his left leg and his right leg. That's it. That's it. Okay. I hope when you want a slingshot that your dad teaches you how to make one instead of buying one. I hope you learn to dig in the dirt and read books. And here's a very important part coming up. When you learn to use a computer, I hope you also learn to add and subtract in your head. You know, many kids can't add and subtract in their head.
No,
Many kids can't write cursive.
no.
Many kids, because everything's done to their phone, they can't remember a phone number.
Yeah,
100 years ago, you had a first phone. It was a party line where you picked it up and everyone's talking.
yeah.
Do you remember that phone number?
Yeah, 8866.
There you go, Jesus. No one knows today there are any phone numbers. 8866, it's beautiful. Yeah. And wasn't the exchange in Niagara Falls Butler then?
Oh, yeah.
Butler, yeah. When you learn the computers, I hope you also learn to add and subtract in your head. I hope you get teased by your friends when you have your first crush on a girl, and when you talk back to your mother, you learn what ivory soap tastes like.
2.5 minutes.
Okay. I don't care if, oh, here's another good point. I don't care if you try a beer once, but I hope you don't like it. And if a friend offers you dope or a joint, I hope you realize that he is not your friend. May you feel sorrow at a funeral and joy during the holidays. I hope your mother punishes you when you throw a baseball through your neighbor's window, and that she hugs and kisses you at Christmas time when you give her a plaster mold of your hand.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Here is it, the grand finale. These things I wish for my grandkids and my great-grandchildren. Tough times and disappointment, hard work and happiness. To me, it's the only way to appreciate life. So you grew up through the Depression.
Yeah.
How was your life during the Depression, the Great Depression? Miss?
1.5.
Well, actually, when I was still young. I didn't feel it. We had good food at home. Easter time, we got brand new clothes. Christmas time, we had presents and everything.
So the Depression didn't bother you?
No, and well, my father was a worker. He was working odd jobs all over. I was helping him.
Okay, tell us about this paper route that you had during the Depression. What kind of paper route was it?
G. Rosinski, the Polish paper.
And how many customers did you?
150 customers on my Black Knight bicycle.
That's a lot.
That's a fucking lot of customers.
Had a
That was a Black Knight?
Black Knight bicycle.
A
Yeah.
Schwinn Black Knight today, I wish we had. They're going for like $2,000 or $3,000 minimum in decent shape. And they're such beautiful. Did you have the light and the button for the horn?
Yeah, on
And
the
that
side.
big gas tank type of center?
Yeah, inside of the motor, yeah.
Did you have a basket?
Huh?
Did you have a basket in the
I had a basket in the front, yeah, that's where I put the papers, yeah.
How many minutes?
30 seconds.
How'd you get the money to buy that bike? That's an expensive bike.
The bike?
How'd you get that money?
That bike cost, I think, 23 bucks.
How'd you get to $23 back then? That was a lot.
We got it at 30 Robux.
But where'd you get the money from? From doing paper?
No, I didn't get it, my mother bought it.
Ah, your mother bought it for you.
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
like a Christmas gift?
Yeah,
That was beautiful.
I had an old bike before that. He got me his new bike. Well, Stevie was the go paper out, looking to get the paper out. I was able to do